What's up, everybody? This is Lionheart. Welcome to the Pride Lands. I'm currently trying to get a full set of PSA 10 Jolteons by buying, selling, flipping, trading, whatever I can. Today's video is a part 3 on the Shrouded Fable, Greninja, and Kingdra EX boxes and how I've been using them to make quite a bit of money and doing really well. And so it's not too late for you all to do it, but I wanted to at least, this is the last installment of it, just show you guys it worked. The system really did work. The first video is, I'm going to try this. I hope it works. The second video is like, it seems to be working. And this third video is, it worked. It worked. Okay. So let's get into this. So just a reminder that buying and opening packs is really fun. It is not a good way to get a full set completion of one specific card across all the different eras and generations of Pokemon, okay? If you're trying to get a master set, it's a great place to start. A master set of a full set, fun. Do it. Do it. Keep going. Rip until you get down to the tough ones, then just go buy them. It'll be way cheaper, I promise. So let's talk about these boxes. You could find these boxes at a lot of different retailers, and they were typically going, I think I got mine at Barnes & Noble for $30. Whenever I bought them at a local card shop, they had a little upcharge on it, which, you know, that happens. So more like $35. For the sake of the rest of the video, I'm going to operate under the idea that they were $35 because that's what my most expensive one cost me. And you can still find these boxes on shelves. There's still, I saw some at Barnes & Noble's the other day. I was just looking online. eBay has them for like $27 and TCG Player has them for $27. But they came out in a kind of what maybe seemed, I don't know, I just gotten back into collect what maybe seemed like a slow point in time for Pokemon because 151 was slowly becoming harder and harder to find, and so there was just products sitting on the shelves because it wasn't 151 and no one really, people only wanted 151. And these boxes are in the Shrouded Fable area, which I'm not gonna lie, personally I just think it's a really weak set. The coolest cards in Shrouded Fable are these two promo cards, the Kingdra and the Greninja. And so it's like a weird thing to think that you kind of just buy the coolest cards for $35, you know? But anyways, these boxes guarantee one full art promo, either Greninja or Kingdra, and their lines. So the Frogadier and Froakie. It also comes with 5 packs of Shrouded Fable. Remember, Shrouded Fable, so 5 packs, usually packs go for about $5. So that should get us to a $25 value on the box itself. But since, like I said, I got a couple of my boxes for 30. I got one of them for 35. I'm going to keep operating like they were all 35 just to make it easier. That basically means that I was assuming that the card in the box would be worth $10 to kind of break even on the value. So 5 packs for $5 and the $10 card brings us to $35. So there's that. That's just a little bit about the boxes. Like I said, you can still find these boxes. I see them. They like flew off the shelves, mainly because right when those promo cards dropped, they were going for crazy expensive, like just really, really high value. Like the market had, like people thought these cards were going to be, especially the Greninja. I think the first Greninja to come back as a 10 and sold for like $300 or something like that. But we're going to take a look at the cards here in just a second. The last thing that we need to note about these boxes, whenever I was getting them from Barnes & Noble, they had a really great deal going on where if you spent $15 or more, you got a free World's Pikachu. So I would go back at each time I had enough money to buy a box and get that. And I ended up with like 5 of those World's Pikachus. So that's going to come to the equation. So for the rest of the video today, what we're going to do is we're actually going to evaluate the different tiers of the least efficient way to make money off these boxes and the most efficient way to make money on these boxes to see where we could have fallen along the line and how you might want to do it in the future and what to look out for so that whenever you do feel like ripping packs, you can do it as efficiently as possible. Because again, ripping packs is not a good way to complete a collection. It's just really fun to do. So here we go. Option number 1 was to get this box. And this is the least efficient way to make money. Spend $35, you get the box. And then you don't ever do anything with it. You just put it away. Right? You put it up as a collectible and you hope it grows over time. For immediate money, that's the least efficient way. It's hard to say if that box in particular will grow because, like I said, I still see them on the shelves, and the Greninja really did not keep its value up. It's still, we're going to talk about the Greninja here in a little bit, but it still is very valuable, but it is not, I don't know if it's enough that where people are going to be chasing it in 10 years to where the box could go up to like maybe a $50 box or a $60 box instead of a $35. So for now, I'm going to deem that as the least efficient way to make money quick off these boxes. If you are not going to collect it, the least efficient option is to spend your $35, open up all the packs, rip them, and just stuff them in the binder. Put them in the binder, never see them again. That essentially has kind of the same effect as like sitting on them as a collectible, because what it does is you put the card away and like you maybe look at it from here to time to time, but it just sits in your binder, potentially taking damage. Even like that Greninja or Kingdra could take damage in the binder and devalue themselves, or maybe they stay fresh and they appreciate over time. You could still make some money off that, but without money in hand at the end of that both of those versions of efficiency, you're just down $35. You've spent $35 on Pokemon stuff, and that's just where it is. The second least efficient way is to spend the $35, open up the box, rip all the packs, and sell the promo cards that you got ungraded. So now here's when we're going to take a second to look at these cards. First, we'll take a look at this Kingdra. Okay. Ungraded, the Kingdra is currently at $12. And for a while, it's actually like going up, which is cool, because for a while it was only at like 10. I think I sold mine for 15. One of my raw ones I sold for 15. Which, by the way, guys, I've had 4 or 5 of these boxes, so I did all the various versions of this. That's why we're talking about it. So, other than I don't have one stuffed up in the collection. Okay, so this card currently goes for $12, and it's going up on its curve. Okay, it's a really nice, good-looking card. The art is just incredible. That's one of the reasons why, again, in a Shrouded Fable, the coolest arts were this Kingdra and the Greninja. And so I think that's one of the reasons why these boxes were really good, like snags when you could find them early on. So you could try to sell these cards as fast as possible. But now that the supply has kind of caught up with the demand, it's not nearly as maybe efficient is the word we should use. It's not nearly as efficient anymore to just like buy all the boxes that you see of these so that you can plan to make money off of them. It's important to note that this PSA 10 is now at $57.50, but we'll come back to that here in just a second. Now let's take a look at the Greninja. The Greninja ungraded $14.22, okay, with a PSA 10 of $93. Again, just really awesome art. Note for sellers out there that are looking to try to flip these and sell these are extremely hard to take pictures of for eBay. Something about the gloss, the finish, the texture, it just makes it really hard to take a good picture of this Greninja card. So good luck. Next up, I went ahead and pulled up this Pikachu 190 Worlds promo because this was part of the strategy I had moving forward. Unfortunately, you all won't be able to do this strategy because these cards are gone. These cards are gone. You might be able to find someone who has them, but you can't just go get them for free like the Barnes & Noble deal. So I'm really lucky that I got to capitalize on this one. I did. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but here's this card, ungraded, 756, PSA 10, 39.62. Okay. All right, back to it. So yeah, the second least efficient way to do this is to rip the packs and just sell the card ungraded. If you did this at the right time and for the right amount of money, you only are losing $20. We don't want to lose money though. We want to turn this around. We want to get better than this. So our third least efficient way, getting close to the most efficient way, we're just like one off. Unless there's something you guys think of. If along the way you guys have your own thought about it, and maybe you mix and match some of the methods to land as even or as square as you'd like to, put them down in the comments. I'd love to see what your strategy would have been about this. But our third option would be buy each box during the promo giveaway to get that Pikachu. Sell the Pikachu and the promo ungraded, which gets you down to you've only lost $10 on this box. Okay, we're still not there yet. So here we are. We've landed on the most efficient way that I see for this. Obviously, you could not grade one of the cards, or like not grade the Pikachu, or grade or not grade the Kingdra, and that changes the numbers. So we're going to skip over that, mix and match it how you would. The most efficient way to do with this box that made me money. And again, I did each one of these things other than put one on the shelf or put them in the binder. I ripped them, sold them ungraded. I bought one that didn't have the Pikachu, and I sold that ungraded. Like I've done all these options, and this one was incredible. Okay, most efficient. Buy and rip the box, rip all the packs. Shrouded Fable, cool. Grade the Pikachu and the promos that make sense to. Don't grade every card. Only grade the ones that you think can get a PSA 10. And so that is why I actually didn't that's why I've done these other options, because some of the Kingdras and the Greninjas that I got, they weren't worth grading. And same with the Pikachus. I showed him to B-Mart. He's got a good eye on it. I'm getting better at it. They didn't look like they'd get 10s. So I just sold them ungraded as fast as I could. You got to do that as fast as you could, because when these new cards come out, the market cool, and then start tapering off, and you gotta decide if you're going to grade or sell in that time, because while this market is dropping off ungraded, while you're trying to decide, the PSA 10 version of that's happening too, cool, and dropping off. So you got to be pretty quick with making decisions like this to do it on the right time. Like I said, I ended up waiting or buying another Greninja box really late and grading it, and you know what? It came back as a 10. I just sold it a couple days ago. I mailed it to them today. Super excited. I wanted it to sell pretty quickly, so I sold it for $70. Here, let's go look at this real quick. I had it listed for $70 on eBay. It got in a bidding war and made its way back up to 90. I don't know if you can see guys, but this PSA 10 line is, you know, here's that $300 one I was talking about earlier, falling down, and now all of a sudden we have some sort of hope that maybe it's growing again. Like, I don't know if I just got really lucky there. Like I said, I just wanted it to sell fast because I was nervous that this line was going to fall even lower under 80, but now look, it's coming back up. Most recent sales, there was a $110.99, $99, $90, $95, $58. Like, there's just this card's pretty cool. And like I said, this card is sitting on the shelves at Walmart, at Barnes and Noble, at wherever you like to go get cards. They probably have the Shrouded Fable box for $30, $35. And if you think it would get a 10, here's your potential return on this is potentially, you know, a $100 card to offset the $35 that you spent. And of course, you got to get it graded. Of course, you have the eBay fees unless you don't use eBay. You know, all of that stuff is included in there. But it is what I did to finally make the most amount of money. So all my various options were, again, just like opening up, ripping the cards, doing nothing with them, selling the ones that didn't look like they were good enough to grade, grading the ones that did look like they were good enough to grade. And check this out. I sent in 2 Pikachus of the ones, and they both came back as 10s. So the 3 that I didn't think were good enough, I didn't send in. I just sold them for $10 to $15 on each one. But both of these came back as a 10. I listed one for $25. Again, I wanted to, let's go look back at the Pikachu. Sorry, I'm like all over the place. I'm just excited about this stuff. I listed one for $24.99 because I wanted it to sell quickly. It got in a bidding war, and I had it set at a $40 buy it now price. The bidding war took it to $44. I guess I don't understand that. I don't know what happened. Maybe at some point the buy now option is gone if it reaches past a certain threshold of closer, like maybe that's just eBay doing that. Anyways, whoever really wanted it could have got it for $40. It sold for $44, and which is, you know, $4 over this PSA 10 average right now for the last couple sales. So feeling pretty good about that. The ungraded ones like I said, I sold the ungraded ones for $10 to $15. This was back when this line was further up here. All right, so I got pretty good money on those too. So since I didn't actually take down notes on each box, including the pools, I had one of the higher hit pools on one of the boxes that I didn't send a PSA 10 in for. Like, it's just like, and it was the Monkey Dory that I sold for like $19.99. All right, so that with one of these Pikachus, you know, we're solid, we're good. We made our money back. But the lowest, that's like the lowest minimal thing that we did was buy the pack, get the Pikachu, sell the Pikachu, get the Kingdra or Greninja out, sell both of those, and sell whatever hits I had in it. Made some money there, but it wasn't the margin I wanted to see. It wasn't the maximum of money, because my highest combo of all these things, again, y'all could play with these however you want to, because maybe some of you want to keep the Greninja, want to keep the Kingdra, so you have to know you're going to sell the Pikachu or vice versa. But my highest thing was I got a PSA 10 Greninja and a PSA 10 Pikachu, and sold both of those on my $35 purchase. The Pikachu itself paid for the purchase. You know, a third of the Greninja paid for the grading cost, right? Not even a third, like a fifth of the Greninja, right? So our final thoughts on this were, there's a world out here where you just drop $35 and you don't have any return on that at all. And then there's different versions of it where you see a little bit more of a return that gets you closer to the margins you want. But then in this world, you get like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there was some skill in the picking of the cards that went in, but at the end of the day, you never know what you're gonna get. And when you're dealing with these promos, you don't know the condition you get, so there's some luck involved there too. But if you had the best possible outcome, like I would say I did, if you get lucky like I did, after it's all said and done, you made about $82. And that's money that I get to put back into the hobby. It's money that I get to buy on my Jolteons that I want to get. And so I did that on, that's the highest optimal one with a Greninja and a Pikachu. There's a tier right below that. That is grading the Kingdra and Pikachu, which I also did that. My Kingdra sold for $61. I forgot to mention that earlier. So there's the... So I'm going to try to list the full tiers in value really quickly, just right here so you guys can see it. And so there's the PSA 10 Greninja plus a PSA 10 Pikachu, and it was worth about this much return. There is a PSA 10 Pikachu with a PSA 10 Kingdra that was worth about this return. And then there's the ungraded combos. So an ungraded Greninja, ungraded Pikachu, ungraded Kingdra, ungraded Pikachu that are worth this. And then whatever mix and match you wanted to do in there to make it make sense for you. And of course, whatever you pull from the packs, like I said earlier, I actually pulled some things from the packs that were worth money. So that also helped me make my money back. So yeah, that's today's video. We did all right. We did all right on these. I'm excited. I'm keeping this Pikachu for myself. It's going in. It's already listed on my collector inventory, so that I can have it because it's Pikachu. I imagine Pikachus will typically rise, and so maybe I'm gonna look back and regret selling the other one for $44, but as of right now, I do not. This one's great. Happy to have it. So yeah, that's today's video. We'll see you guys later. Bye.